everyone, welcome back to some more Full Invasion. This is going to be the Napoleonic Wars versus the Chinese dynasties at the map of Japan. So we've just got a cool mixture going on here. There was another option to have more players in it, but it was Siege the Hornburg, Lord of the Rings. So I'm like, well, as much as I love playing the same map over and over again, let's change it up. So we're going to shoot some people in the face. And also turn off those casualties. I think I missed. Honestly, I think this is going to go really bad. Because we're not really a melee-focused faction. And usually ranged factions, unless we have some kind of insane barrier to keep out the melee forces, the enemy, we usually lose. At least in the past. Haha! This is all gonna go Menace tier. Come on now. I'm so dead. I'm here, friend. Oh. Yep. Yep. Well, this went bad really quick. Buy barricades next round. That would be a good idea. Where are the barricades here? Are there barricades? Let's see, this is a bunch of random weapons, shield repair. We will be needing barricades. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to drop this flag. There we go. Pick that up. Can I stack these? I can't remember. No, I can't. They take up an inventory slot each. Oh, those ones right here. Okay, cool. Well, that's handy. Oh, I don't have enough money. Alright, well. There's another construction hammer up there that I left, I believe, but maybe someone will take it, or maybe we will in the future. You never know. So in case you are a fan of Dawn of War, Dawn of War 3 footage came out a few days ago, multiplayer footage. Quite a few matches. I think I saw them from GameSpot, but I think there's other people doing them as well. So, yeah, there's some multiplayer matches out there. Kind of interesting. They have a mode that people were actually kind of really flaming it on the comment sections of these videos. Because they're like, oh, this is just Dawn of War, League of Legends style. So apparently, you know, still in RTS, you still build your bases, you get your army up. But you have to destroy, I'm sure there's multiple multiplayer modes, by the way. I don't think this is like the only one. At least I hope it is not the only one. But you have to destroy 2 shield generators that your enemy controls. And then after you destroy the shield generators, you then have to destroy their tower, is what the objectives are. And so people are like, oh, you know, this is like destroying turret after turret in a MOBA, and then you get to their main base. And yeah, I mean, there are similarities, and from a business standpoint, I guess it kind of makes sense because MOBAs are so popular right now that people would want to incorporate those types of things into their game. Not sure if it necessarily fits into a Dawn of War RTS game, but, you know, like, they're trying something. It's not just a straight up normal, what would you call it? Like, just like, not even a deathmatch. I don't know what the... Do they even have a name for just basic mode of RTS where you and your enemy are killing each other? I'm kind of curious. But anyway, you know, they're trying something different. They're trying to flavor it up with some kind of MOBA-ish things. I mean, you're destroying shield generators and then a turret. Like, I mean, I guess I can see what people say it's a MOBA, but it's something different. As long as they have just, like, you build a base, your enemy builds a base, and you kill each other, as long as that is still in the game, then who cares if they, you know, have some of the modes? It means more variety for you to try out. It's not the same thing every time. So, again, like, the comment section of the videos that I saw were really just down on Dawn of War 3 gameplay, because a lot of them just like, oh, this is League of Dawn of War. But another common complaint, though, was it wasn't dark enough. Like, gritty enough, because, you know, Dawn of War, Warhammer, is a pretty gritty age. You can say it's a very dark age, where a lot of bad shit happens. And I will say that the art style and, like, the color palette did seem kind of bright. Brighter than I would expect a Dawn of War game to be. But I think I'm okay with that, I guess. I don't know. I would prefer it to be kind of dark and gritty, but I will say this, the spell effects and just effects in general of, you know, explosions and things like that, they look really cool. Like, they look really, really cool. But the general art style is a little light, but I'm not gonna hate on it that much. What I will hate on, though, is I saw gameplay of Space Marines, and the Space Marines no longer sound as cool as they used to. They don't sound intimidating anymore. They don't sound like Space Marines that you would want to quote for 10 years after the game comes out, like I do with Dawn of War. They sound just not as cool. But that's okay, I guess. It's just a little minor gripe, that they don't sound as Space Marine-ish as they used to. But it is kind of disappointing, though, because I like hearing me some Space Marines yelling at enemies as they kill each other. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the spell effects look really neat. Art style is maybe not what I would have chosen for a Dawn of War game, but it's still, like, it looks good. Graphically, it looks good. It's just maybe just a little light. But the gameplay itself seemed okay, I guess. You know, I haven't played it, I only watched it, and, you know, there were multiple squads of soldiers that were summoned or created by the player. They formed into a giant army and they killed each other. So, like, that still looks like an RTS. Doesn't seem to be any cover-based system anymore, because, I don't know, I guess they didn't want that. Which kind of sucks, because, like, that was a huge part in Dawn of War 2. They had that in Dawn of War 1, but it just wasn't really as fleshed out. They were most like you'd walk into a crater and it would give you some defense. But, like, you know, Dawn of War 2, I really liked the Company of Heroes cover system, which is basically what Dawn of War 2 had. You know, you take cover behind rocks, and it's destructible cover. If you get, like, a Land Raider or some kind of vehicle, you can, you know, take out those entrenched soldiers by just running over their cover and destroying it. And I really like, because that changed the battlefield over the course of a multiplayer match. But it doesn't appear, at least not in any of the matches I saw, that any of these maps have any kind of cover. I don't think that's a system anymore in Dawn of War 3, and I'm kind of bummed out, because that kind of made it unique. That and Company of Heroes, you know, the cover systems made it unique from other games. And now it's closer to just kind of a basic RTS. When I say basic, like, you know, like a StarCraft, something like that. Now, obviously, it doesn't play it exactly the same as StarCraft, but again, the cover system just made it more unique from other types of RTSs out there, like StarCraft. But I'm sure I'll get used to it, even though I would prefer the cover system to still be in there. They do have, apparently, some areas like StarCraft where you can put units in there, and they're like in a fog of war that you can't see them until you go in there. I'm like, okay, that's... Alright, I guess that's what we're doing. So overall, I mean, I think that's kind of just I don't know, maybe they thought the cover system would not attract the RTS crowd. Like, I don't know. I don't know why they would change that. I thought it was really cool. What else? I'm trying to think what little I saw. I saw a few multiplayer matches. Orcs look pretty cool. They don't sound as cool, but, like, the thing is, the whole sounding, like, they don't sound like a Space Marine, they don't sound like an Orc. It's probably just because it's nostalgia speaking to me. Like, I played these games, these Dawn of War games for years. Dawn of War 1 and 2. It's like, that's just ingrained in my mind. So, that's probably not as a big deal as I think it is. It's just nostalgia just murking it up for me. Overall, I'm still kind of excited to play Dawn of War 3. Kind of. I'm not as hyped as I was initially, though. I will say that. Oh, another common thing I saw especially when I was watching the Space Marine gameplay was the hero system. Each faction has heroes now, and I guess you summon them over the course of the game. I don't know what yet, like some kind of prerequisite to get them. But anyway, for the Space Marines, they have Gabriel Angelos. And Gabriel is like twice the size of a normal Space Marine. And people were like, why the hell is he the size of a Dreadnought? And that doesn't really bother me because I come from a game, you know, like Warcraft 3 is one of my favorite RTSs of all time. And in that game, all the heroes were really, really large. So they stood out on the battlefield, easier to target, easier to see. And I like that. I think that's just a good design choice to have heroes, if they are super powerful units, which they are in this game. They're so much more powerful than the normal soldier. I think it makes sense to make them stand out, even if they are just supposed to be the size of a normal Space Marine. Make them bigger because the enemy needs to see where they are, because they are a very powerful unit. Now, like lore-wise, it doesn't really make sense why Gabriel Angelos is twice the size of a normal Space Marine. Like, even if he was in Terminator armor, which I don't think he is in this. But from a gameplay standpoint, I think it makes total sense. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let me look. Fire in your face! Shit. I need to sleep. What is up with these people in this chat? Like, I've been seeing words here and there. God. Like, what? Stupid people in the world. Also, I saw a post on Twitter, this is not about Dawn of War 3, but someone was like, do you guys realize that the new Mass Effect is only a couple weeks away? And I froze in terror, because I'm already playing so many games, including Nioh, which I think is, not Nioh, sorry, Nier, another end game. Nioh is good too. I still need to go back to that, actually. But Nier is also so much fun. But anyway, yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda? It's going to be coming out in a couple weeks, and it's very scary for someone like me who covers, you know, a lot of games, because I want to play that game, I want to cover that game, but I'm like, oh my god, I need to finish Nier, I need to try and finish Nioh, which probably isn't going to happen because that game is like 80 to 100 hours. I need to finish, you know, Charisma mod, I need to do all this shit before Mass Effect Andromeda comes out, and I am just not really stressed, but stressed to play a video game. God, just listen to me. But it, like, my day is already filled just trying to maintain what I released already, and having to play Mass Effect Andromeda on top of that, just have to find the time. Because, like, I don't want to just all of a sudden, like, stop covering the Prisno mod or stop covering For Honor, because, you know, like, people expect these things. They enjoy watching them, I hope, and they would want to continue watching them, and then on top of that, I have to add Mass Effect on top of that. Shit. Because, like, I can't ignore Mass Effect, because I love the original trilogy, and I need to see how this turns out for myself. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. I'm trying to block! So yeah, man, Mass Effect is almost here. Like, what is up with this year? All these games. All these very long games. Like, I still want to play Yakuza 0. I don't know if I'd cover it for the channel at this point because the game has been out for a few weeks, but Like, I want to play it just because I enjoy the Yakuza series. But that's another very long game, and there's so many good games out. And there's going to be out soon. Like, oh my god, man. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, I really want to play that, but I don't even own a Wii U or a Switch. And there was a moment just yesterday when I was looking at gameplay of Zelda, just seeing all the cool shit you can do in that game. And I was like, man, do I buy a Switch? And then I smacked myself. I'm like, no, you don't fucking buy a Switch for a single game. Are you crazy? What are you, a fucking millionaire? Answer is no to that question, by the way. So I'm not going to buy a Switch for Zelda, like, even though I kind of want to. And I have been known to be in, like, an impulse buyer, like, I just really need this. But no, like, I got to smack myself. Say, no, stop. Stop yourself. This is a crazy idea. Absolutely ludicrous. Because I looked at the launch lineup of the Nintendo Switch, and there was... Hold on, I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's literally no other game I want to play for the Switch besides Zelda. And then I was thinking, like, yeah, but then, like, I could play Splatoon in the summer, because I heard the first Splatoon on the Wii U was an awesome game, so, like, you could play that. And then you can enjoy, you know, the new Mario game at the very end of the year. And I'm like, yeah. You know, then the side of my brain that makes the good decisions was like, yes, but do you understand what you're saying? You're buying the Switch for one game now, Splatoon a few months from now, and then a Mario game a year from now. Maybe not a total year from now, but you get what I'm saying. And luckily that side of my brain won. I'm like, come on, man. Don't try and justify this to yourself. This is a dumb idea. I'm sure I'll have that internal argument with myself a few more times as I continue to see Legend of Zelda or Breath of the Wild gameplay, because man, there's some cool stuff you can do in that. It looks so nice. It does kind of suck though, because I've heard there are a lot of frame rate issues throughout the entire game, even on the Switch, and I'm like, oh, that sucks, man. That really sucks. But people say it doesn't really detract from the game, so I'm like, okay. And that's just, yeah, that's another long game, and I really want to play it. I'm not even the biggest Zelda fan. I loved Ocarina of Time, and as a kid, that blew my mind, as I'm sure it did with so many other people, because that game was just amazing. It was kind of like Mario 64. Mario 64 and like Ocarina of Time. It just blew my mind. Oh my god, those are so amazing games. The hours I put into both of those is too much. That water temple though, man. Oh, that water temple though. But anyway, yeah, so besides Ocarina of Time, I played Wind Waker, which I remember enjoying a lot. And then that was it. That was the last Zelda I played. I never played Majora's Mask. I didn't play any of like the DS ones. Nothing since Wind Waker. Because they just didn't really interest me. Like Twilight Princess, not really. Skyward Sword, definitely not, because I didn't even own a Wii. You know, I didn't own a GameCube either. That's probably why I didn't play Twilight Princess, because I didn't own any console that could play it. You know, we should probably change our class at this point. Hold on. I should have done that before. Nope, that's not what we want. Let's see, choose troop. Let's be Finian. Get the more expensive one, why not? This one doesn't even have a sword, though. Oh, well. So yeah, I really want to play Breath of the Wild, and I'm not even the biggest Zelda fan. So I can only imagine, like, true Zelda fans, how much they want to play. Man, that game was so good. And Nier. Oh my god, Nier. Oh. And I think it's mostly the soundtrack that's doing... Well, the soundtrack and the gameplay is what's doing it for me. Like, the storyline so far is not bad, but there's really not much to it yet. I'm sure it's going to get kind of crazy here soon. But the soundtrack, like, every single new zone I go to has a new song on it, and in it, or whatever. Oh my god, they are so good. They're all so fucking good. There are not many games that I want to buy the soundtracks for but that is definitely one I am going to buy one. It is just amazing. Oh, it's so good. And I remember, I never actually played Nier Gestalt or Nier Replicant, right? Those are the two games. But even those games, I did listen to the soundtrack a lot when they came out. I don't even remember how I heard the soundtrack, because again, I didn't play them. But I remember those soundtracks being pretty good. And from what I've heard, this soundtrack is pretty similar. It has to be like the same composer who worked on both games, right? Like, it has to be. Either that or someone who is really good at kind of keeping that same theme. Whoa, what? Oh, Star Wars versus Persia. Okay. Oh man, I can't afford that. All this armor costs so much. Alright, I guess we just take a blaster. We're gonna be a clone trooper with just a pistol. What is up with this chat, man? What the fuck, dude? Listen, Full Invasion is no stranger to some terrible people, but like, good God. These some terrible people. Let's let them kill that boss. I don't think a shield should be able to block a Star Wars beam. What do they call them? Lasers, I guess? Oh, we have enough money to grab a proper gun. If there is a place where we can do that. Never mind, we'll just roll with this blaster, I guess. Back, Kev! What the hell? Are you immune? There we go. You know what? This is not that exciting. Rogue One was pretty exciting. That was Star Wars. Oh my god, this chat. Jeez. Is there a way to turn that off? Chat interface. Oh wait, no, that's just to talk. Huh. They're all terrible people. I think after this boss wave, call it an episode. Because F this rhino. Well, not like, don't like, you know. I don't think your sword is going to block a laser, friend. Alright, there we go. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to check out some Dawn of War footage, it's out there. A few days old. And that game's out next month, I think. Right? I think that's when it's out. It's too soon. Or is that the end of this month? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, everybody. I will see you all next time. Also, that castle up there on the hill is new to this map. I don't think that was ever there before. Weird. See ya.